Welcome to HKB, I'm Leon, and this is a channel where we go to Hong Kong and beyond. So I'm here today because we haven't done a new release video for a long time. In fact, I think November was the last time when we covered releases on Blu-ray from Hong Kong. So I have a little list with me here today, and we're going to cover what has been released over in Hong Kong from December all the way up to now. So if you've got a little bit of spare cash and you're thinking I fancy some films that I can't get in the UK or the US or elsewhere, then have a little look at these titles. There's some good stuff been released on the quiet. So excuse me while I just pop my glasses on. Rigours of old age finally settling in. Right, so if we go to December, on the 1st of December was released second time around in 2002. Brief synopsis for this one. A young cop, Tina, meets a gambler, Lee, at a casino in Las Vegas, and things started to happen. With an Indian rock, they are brought back to the past to change history, which includes changing the relationship between them. This film was directed by Jeffrey Lau, stars Ekin Cheng, Cecilia Chung, and Kwei Hoi Pan from the recent success Everything Everywhere All at Once, and of course Short Round from Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. On the 16th of December last year was Scared Stiff was released from 1987. And this film, it says, a man finds he has the ability to read people's dreams after a serious car accident. He uses his gift to help police to solve a murder. This film, which has been released by Panorama, 97 minutes long. It was directed by Lau Kar Wing, and it's got a great cast in it. We've got Chow Yun-fat, Eric Tsang, Emily Hsu, Wu Feng, Michael Mu, Philip Kelfei, Yuan Hua, Anita Mu, and Wu Ma. Wow, that's an amazing cast. Then we have released on the 23rd of December, also from Panorama, the 2021 film Limbo. Rookie policeman Will Wren and his partner, the veteran cop Cham Lau, are pursuing an obsessive and especially brutal murder of women. This was directed by Sui Chiang and stars Gordon Lam, Mason Lee, Hiroyuki Ikurushi, Hannah Chan, Fish Liu, and Sami Sum. There's been a lot of good word about that film, Limbo, so that might be one to keep an eye open for. Then, on the 30th of December, just hitting the end of the year, was Tales from the Occult, which regular viewers to our channel may remember we covered in our Focus Hong Kong video last year. This was a good fun, this anthology horror film. Little synopsis: an old school anthology consisting of 3 short films. Tales from the Occult is the first in a new omnibus series about the hidden horrors that lurk behind the urban landscape, Hong Kong. So the directors on this anthology series is Fruit Chan, Chi Kung Fung, Wesley Hui, Ip Sang. And quite a good cast in this. We've got Cherry Ngan, Cecilia So, Richie Jen, Jerry Lam, Huyan Ning, and Calvin Huang. So, you know, that we particularly enjoyed that when we covered it on Focus Hong Kong. I would highly recommend it, and let's hope, you know, it might go Troublesome Night way and, you know, we'll get quite a series out of it. Also on the 30th of December, we had Far Far Away released, another Panorama title. That's a 2021 film. A 28-year-old IT geek, Hal is a mediocre but warm-hearted introvert who suddenly finds himself the object of affection for 5 attractive women within the same year. The quintet share virtually no similar traits except one quirky thing: they all live in remote corners of Hong Kong. This was directed by Amos Y, who also wrote it, and stars Kaki Cham, Jennifer Yu, Hannah Chan, Rachel Leung, Cecilia So, and Manga Chung. So I'm not sure what that one's about, but I like the synopsis. We had then, coming into this year, we had on the 11th of January, The Roundup, which I believe is the sequel to The Outlaws. And that has been released by Edco Films. And it says, a police officer travels to Vietnam to extradite a suspect and discovers a murderer who has been targeting tourists for years. Directed by Song Young Lee and stars Ma Dong-suk, Suku Swon, Gwai Hwa Choi, Ji Hwan Park, Hyo Dong-won, and Ji Young Park. So Dong-won, a lot of you will be familiar with him from Train to Busan and films like that. I think we might have mentioned a couple of his films before, like the Gangster, The Cop and the Devil, or something like that. I can't remember the name of the title, but he was good in that. Great actor, that should be a fun film. Also had on the 13th of January, Perfect Blue released, and if any of you can remember the days back of manga entertainment DVDs, that was one that was released on that. It's a 1997 film, but this edition is released by NFI. It's category 3 rated, 82 minutes, and this is a really quite provocative anime in my opinion. We have here pop star Mima, her fame and fortune begins to slide as fashions change, is persuaded to turn actress, reluctantly accepting an ill-defined role in a television soap opera. However, Mima's grip on reality begins to loosen as a result. She imagines that she has an identical twin who has maintained a singing career and becomes increasingly paranoid after her friends are either threatened or killed. Can Mima unravel the truth before she's driven completely over the edge? The director of this was Satoshi Kon, and the voice actors in it were Junko Iwao, Rika Matsumoto, Shinpachi Shuji, Masaki Okura, Yosuke Akimoto, and Hideyuki Hori. That is a classic one and very different. I like it a lot. Then we have released on January the 13th also Showbiz Spy, which you can find a review for on our channel, so just have a little dig down, have a little look at that. It's good fun to keep up with the current Hong Kong films, and this one stars Anson Lo, one of the members of Mirror, very charismatic. And the little write-up goes, Cersei's Laurie goes undercover in this lively comedy as a member of the International Association for the Physical and Mental Health Development of Underage Boys and Girls, dedicated to protecting young boys and girls from being exploited in their pursuit of pop stardom. When tasked with taking down the shady talent show and its mastermind Big Boss, Cersei must disguise himself as a woman to enter the competition. Only then can he get close enough to gather the evidence to take down the criminal ring. Joining this outlandish operation are Lampheus, an entertainment reporter, Circle O, a wannabe pop star, Lilium, a notorious artist, and Oval O, cousin of Circle O from the US. But does this ragtag team have what it takes to triumph over the shady side of business? It was directed by Chu Zi-yu and also starred Heidi Lee, Chloe Seo, Summer Chan, and Alina Lee. And those actresses and the actors in this are absolutely fantastic. It's a fun film. Check out our review. Also on the 17th of Jan, we have Table for Six, released by Edco Films. A family reunion dinner turns awkward when Bernard arrives with his new girlfriend, who happens to be Big Brother Steve's old flame. With Steve's casual partner comes to his rescue, anything that can go wrong laughably goes berserk. So I have heard a lot of interest over this film. I know somebody has seen it and he assures me it's absolutely fantastic. It's directed and written by Sunny Chan. It stars Chi-Hwa Wong, Stephanie Tang, Louis Chung, as you know, favourite here at HKB, Ivana Wong, and Min Chen Lin and Fish Lu. So that might be one to look out for. After that, on the 18th of Jan, we had Chilli Laugh Story released from 2022. This is another Panorama release, and as you may be aware, we covered that one as well because it got released over here at cinemas via Cine Asia. And there is also a limited deluxe version, which I'll pop on screen now, and also a photo frame version, which looks very nice, and we'll pop that on screen now. So it says, work from home has led to a daily cage match with Koba's family when he inadvertently learns his mother's homemade chili sauce is a hit with his co-workers. He convinces his family to turn the chili sauce into online business. This was directed by Koba Cheng and starred Ronald Cheng, Gigi Leung, Sandra Ng, Angela Yuan, Tony Chi Chung, and Lewis Koo. That was a fun film. We've also covered that with a review on this channel. If you haven't seen that one yet, I'll pop up a little link now so you can have a look, because that was hysterical. Shaz and I loved that one. Then the 20th of Jan, we had released Hunt in 2022, also by Panorama, which is a spy movie based on the 1980s national security planning. This is a South Korean film again, directed by Lee Jung-jae, starring Lee Jung-jae, got Ho Sung-tae, Jung Woo-sung, Ha Jin-jeong, Man Sik-jong and Andreas Honk in it. So that might appeal to you. Then on February 23rd, we had the Spa and Partner release by CN Entertainment. This is another one that CineAsia put out at cinemas over here. This one took us by surprise. More modern day category free take, and it was absolutely amazing. Based on a shocking case in real life, a young man partners with his friend to murder and dismember his parents, pleading not guilty to the crime. The defense attorneys face each other as 9 jurors grapple with the truth. Directed by Ho Chuk-tin, keep an eye out for him because absolutely fantastic this film, and it starred David Soo, Harriet Young, Jan Lam, Rachel Young, Sing Hotihan Bito, which yeah, I can't say enough good about that film. Again, check out our review if you want to know a little bit more. Then on March 9th, CN Entertainment released Donnie Yen's new film, Sakara, which is from this year, so that was a real quick turnaround on that one. Sakara is a new adaptation of Demigods and Semi-Devils, a classic wuxia novel from 1963 that is considered one of the most influential works of martial arts fiction ever. Donnie Yen plays Huao Feng, a martial arts master and one of the central figures of the Demigods and Semi-Devils story universe. This was actually directed by Donnie Yen too, and as well as Donnie, it stars Yuki Chen, Kara Wai, Yu Wu, Eddie Chung, Grace Kwang Hing Wong. So I'm looking forward to seeing that one myself actually, but you can get your hand on that one now. We also had released on March the 31st the I trilogy. Now I loved all that sort of J-horror and the Korean horror, all the Tartan Extreme stuff when it came out. But for some reason I never saw any of the I films. But the trilogy that has been put out is a 20th anniversary commemorative 6-disc set on Blu-ray and DVD from Panorama. It's got all 3 movies in it, and as you may know, this was directed by Oxide and Danny Pang. And in the cast list here, we've got some big names. You've got Shu Ki, Angelica Lee, Bolin Chen, Isabel Leong, Lawrence Chow, and Eugenia Yuan. I would like to see that. I would like that box set, but I'm undecided as to whether or not that might eventually get a release. I'm thinking that might be one that Arrow might eye up at some point, no pun intended. Also, on the 31st of March, we had Sunshine of My Life released by Panorama. A blind parent gives birth to a sighted daughter, sort of a drama here. Directed by Feng Han Shu, not familiar with that director, but he also wrote it too. He, she, not sure. And this one stars Kara Wai, so good to see she's still being kept busy, active. Hugo Ng, Green Ng, Janice Chan, Angus Young. So I don't know a lot about that one. If you know anything about it, please drop us a comment in the comments below. Then on April 11th, the Hong Kong Film Archive released their second release, which is The Valiant Ones. The Emperor dispatches an officer and a small band of men to deal with pirates. This was written and directed by the legendary King Hugh. It stars Su Feng, Ying Bai, Roy Chow, Sammo Hung, Chai Xiang-woo, and Kong Lao. Now, I've heard that this might not be quite as epic as some of his other Taiwanese epic martial art films, but I've heard it's very entertaining, and I'm really interested to see what else the Hong Kong Film Archive put out. And I would like to get my hands on that. What I will say is they sell out real fast. I don't think you can get your hands on that at the minute, but have a little look. It might be available, and if you need a point in the right direction, please go and check out plus his channel at Touch of Film and maybe drop him a comment. He may be able to help you out with that. He put up a little video on this release. Also, we had Mama's Affair put out on 28th of April, which was another Panorama release. That's another film that we covered that was released over here in the UK by CineAsia. Another one that blew us away. Got a rather lengthy synopsis on this. Mei Feng was once a top artistic manager and helped produce some of the biggest stars for her record label. But when she got pregnant, she chose family over career. I think I will stop there. This was directed by Kieran Pang, who also wrote it, and it stars Teresa Mo, Kyung To, also from Mirror, Je Lao, also from Mirror, and it's got Ka Ki Sham, Lai Ying Tang, and Young Ming Wan. That was a phenomenal film. The music was good, the story was good, the acting was phenomenal. Very much recommend that one. Also, on the 28th of April, we had the release of Emergency Declaration by Edco Films. After a terror incident occurs mid-flight, a passenger jet declares an emergency. So this 2021 film was directed by Han Jae-rim and written by Han Jae-rim as well. And this South Korean film stars Sung Kang-ho, Lee Byung-hun, Jeon Do-yeon, Kim Nam-gil, and Im Soo-won. So really good cast on that. And yeah, I'd be interested in that. Song Kang-ho and Lee Byung-hun, you know, two of the top Korean stars there, so I imagine that could be a lot of fun. We had on May the 25th, jumping forward a little bit, Someday or One Day, which was a limited edition with postcard 4 of, and this was released by Vico Entertainment. So that one, the story goes. The story begins in 2009 when 28-year-old Lai Ziwei met the 17-year-old Hong Yu-zwon at a beverage shop. Even though they only met for the first time, it feels like they've known each other for ages. Meanwhile, time fast forwards to 2017. Hong Yu-zwon resolutely accepts a new work assignment that takes her on a new journey. It will not only change her future but also affect Lee Ziwei, Mo Junji, and even Chen Yunru, who she's never met before. Starring Chi Yang-ko, Greg Han-soo, Chai Hu-chang, and Kim Scar. Right, so that's all the releases that I've covered, that have taken us up to date today. That took many attempts to get right. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope this is of some benefit to you guys. If it is, pop us a little like so we know. Pop us a comment below. We're not sure whether to do new releases from Hong Kong or not. The videos seem to be very hot and cold, so if you've been missing them and you think, yeah, you know, we want to see those Leon Chaz, then, you know, let us know. That way we'll pop it out perhaps on a more regular basis. But for now, thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.